check your ego. That's an important one. It is important to be confident in yourself. It is important to be confident in your abilities. I think that's great. But I think when you let your ego get the better of you is when you start to fail. And you definitely see that in police work, in the sense of young officers are always very, very motivated to get the bad guy. They want to do the most exciting things. They want to get into pursuits. They want to chase people, and that's great, right? They want to get the bad guy. I think that's a great thing. But oftentimes, as a supervisor at least, we have to temper it a little bit because we are like almost the parents, and we have to think about the safety considerations. Okay, yes. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. This happened last night. I kid you not, this happened last night. I was on my way home, to go back to the police station, and one of my officers located a vehicle that was wanted. It was a wanted vehicle. So when we enter the license plate, it comes back that, hey, this police agency is looking for it. You need to stop this car. So my officer turns on his lights and sirens, and of course, do you think this person stops? No. So the pursuit is on. A high-speed pursuit off Washington Boulevard, and then it hit 680, and then it went 680 south. The officer constantly provides updates. Officer did a great job. He's driving in a pursuit. He's telling me that, hey, the person is still not stopping. The person now is driving 100 miles an hour. I'm chasing him at 100 miles an hour. They've reached Milpitas now, and they're at 115 miles an hour. And now at 120 miles an hour down to 680. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a car going 120 miles an hour, but that's pretty darn fast. So some of the things that I'm thinking about as a supervisor, I'm constantly trying to make decisions in my head. As this pursuit is happening, my job, my number one job, is to decide whether or not to let it continue, or do I say, hey, nope, terminate, we're gonna cancel this pursuit. And there's a lot of things that weigh into my mind in terms of this. There's a lot of responsibility, I'll be honest, it's a lot of power, right? Hey, I'm letting my guys chase this car at really, really high speeds at night. Do we let this continue? And I'll tell you some of the things that I think about. The number one thing I think about is public safety. Hey, what's traffic like on 680 right now? Is it full of people? You know, if there's full of traffic right now, am I going to let this car chase continue? And the officer said, no, there's no traffic. It's really light. Nobody's on the road this late at night. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm okay with him chasing. He sounds good. Number two thing that I'm considering too is the officer's safety. Hey, is this officer a safe driver? Does he sound like he's really stressed out? Because it's very stressful to be in a pursuit. It is, because you're driving fast, you've got your radio in your hand, other officers are behind you, you're chasing this bad guy. A lot of decisions are happening, right? But he sounds good. He's saying, no, we're good. We're doing 115, we're going southbound, the traffic is light. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, right now it's still okay. It's still okay. And other decisions that I'm thinking about, it's almost like, who plays chess or checkers? Anybody? Anybody play chess? So you're always thinking about what, 2 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead. So they're going down southbound. Where do you assume this car is probably going to go? Probably going to go to San Jose, right? So hey, let's also get on the phone with San Jose, let them know. Let's let CHP know, the Highway Patrol. Let's get some help too. Let's see if we get a helicopter to follow this car too, right? So those are always the things that I'm thinking about too. Constant decision making, right? Once again, not letting my ego get the better of me. Like I said, there's a lot of power and there's a lot of responsibility in managing a pursuit. I can say, yeah, we're gonna get him. We're gonna chase him down to Las Vegas if we need to, right? We're not gonna do that, right? We already know that. And once again, I have to check my ego every time. The officer has now reached San Jose. It's like, oh, okay, we're in San Jose now. But now he's saying that the traffic is getting heavier, okay? Traffic is getting heavier and a lot more cars showing up on the freeway. And he now reports that the driver is now driving on the shoulder of the freeway. So, speeds are increasing again. Traffic is now increasing. And now the bad guy driver is making some unsafe movements. As a supervisor, I made the decision to cancel the pursuit at that point. And that was a decision that I had to make. And it was based on public safety. I wanted to make sure that, hey, okay, the bad guy, he might get away, but San Jose knows about it and they're going to try to find him. California Highway Patrol knows that this guy is running and they're going to keep chasing. But at least for us at Fremont, we're now in a city that's not our own. I'm going to do what I think is the most appropriate, and I'm going to cancel the pursuit. Later, the Highway Patrol found the car and then set up a perimeter to look for the bad guy. That's what happened last night. And I bring that up because, like I said, police work is very fast. There's a lot of decisions that are involved, but then it's very, very important that we check our ego as well. In the sense, for me at least, that was enough for me to say, hey, we're going to terminate the pursuit. Very important to check your ego.